Look like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her infamous 22 number to a new one. Guys, for this one here.
You are not going to believe this story. Sue Bird, a legend of the game, just had what can only be described as a shocking public breakdown. And it is a twist that almost nobody saw coming. Here is the explosive update. Caitlin Clark has reportedly told Team USA that she is officially done with them if they refuse to let her wear her famous number 22 jersey. And Sue Bird's reaction to this demand has sent huge shockwaves across the entire basketball world with number 17. Not 22, 17. The number that means absolutely nothing to her career, her brand, or her identity as a player. And people everywhere are rightfully asking what in the
because we ultimately know she was snubbed from the cover of Team USA. And not only is they snubbing her, the disrespect is continuing because it's looking like Team USA is forcing Caitlin Clark to change her number. Now, this article has come out.
Right now, the managing director of Team USA is in full panic mode, racing against time, trying desperately to contain the fallout, but the situation is exploding out of control at a terrifying speed. This is not just another bit of locker room drama. This could easily become the biggest crisis women's basketball has seen in modern history. So before we break down Sue Bird's stunned reaction and dig into what Caitlin allegedly said behind closed doors, I want you to tell me in the comments, if you were in Caitlin's place, would you really walk away from Team USA over a jersey number? Because what is happening right now is anything but small. It has the power to completely change the future of USA basketball as we know it forever. Team USA Basketball has somehow created the biggest controversy in women's hoops. And the craziest part is they did it all to themselves. They made the shocking choice to force Caitlin Clark, the clear and unquestioned face of the sport right now, to give up her legendary number 22 for the upcoming December training camp. According to multiple sources very close to the situation, Caitlin's response was blunt and fearless, basically saying, "If I can't wear my number, then I'm not coming." And now Sue Bird, the managing director of Team USA, is reportedly beside herself, trying to figure out how this blew up so wildly out of control. Let's be absolutely clear about one thing here. This is not just about switching a jersey. This is being seen as a bold, calculated, and honestly shocking sign of disrespect toward the one superstar who single-handedly brought millions of new fans to women's basketball. We're talking about a player whose name right now may be bigger than the game itself. Being told that her most iconic symbol, her brand, has to be left behind. It's a move so confusing that fans, analysts, and everyone in between are shaking their heads and asking if Team USA even understands the once-in-a-generation talent.
We haven't even made it to training camp yet. We have not even made it to the December 12th Women's USA Basketball training camp yet, and they are already disrespecting Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark's number 22 isn't just some random sequence of digits on a jersey. It is the symbol of a legacy and a brand fans know by heart. This shocking bombshell dropped just as everyone was getting ready for Team USA's crucial training camp in North Carolina, set to run from December 12th through the 14th. Think about what this camp was supposed to be. It was meant to be a huge celebration of the game, a spotlight on the best talent on the planet, with superstar names like Paige Buchers, Juju Watkins, and many others. Instead, in a blink, it turned into the stage for an unprecedented and, honestly, bizarre controversy that could lead to the biggest name in basketball refusing to take part at all. Reports started to surface, revealing a stunning mandate that would effectively take away Clark from the number that has become completely linked to her record-breaking college run at Iowa and her dominant WNBA rise. The timing of this call only makes it more unbelievable. It comes right as her fame is exploding worldwide, which only fuels the anger felt by her loyal and fast-growing army of fans. And make no mistake about it, those fans are flooding social media, urging Caitlin to stand firm and refuse to bend on something so core to her brand and her identity. Let's be perfectly clear here because this is the heart of the issue. Caitlin Clark's number 22 is not just a number. It is, without question, the most recognizable number in women's sports right now. Period. End of story. There is no real debate to be had. And there is no strong argument that can stand against that simple truth. From her jaw-dropping, game-changing performances at the University of Iowa all the way to her explosive WNBA journey with the Indiana Fever. The number 22 has become an inseparable part of who she is. It is more than a jersey. It is a beacon, a symbol fans spot instantly. Whether they are packed into sold-out arenas or watching on screens from the other side of the world, millions upon millions follow her every move. It's not just two digits stitched on fabric. It represents a legacy being built right before our eyes. Her entire brand, the powerful story of her rise, and her whole journey are deeply and strongly tied to that number. It stands for those fearless long-range three-pointers that go viral, the almost psychic court vision she shows, and the relentless will to win that has captured a massive global audience far beyond the usual basketball crowd. It just doesn't feel right. Think about it for a moment. No other star of her level is wearing number 22. She has truly become one with it, the same way Michael Jordan is forever linked to 23 or Gretzky to 99, and to demand she change it now feels to many like a deliberate and confusing move to weaken that powerful bond she has built with her fans. It is a head-scratching decision that leaves everyone asking what the real motive could be. Unless, of course, the motive is exactly what it looks like, a power play, a way to assert control over a player who has grown bigger than the organization itself. And here is what makes this even harder for Caitlyn's supporters to swallow. This breaking news drama is driving headlines, views, clicks, and non-stop debate, turning one decision into a viral storm that dominates sports talk, search trends, and every major platform right now across America and the UK tonight everywhere. This is not even the first time that USA Basketball has seemed to undervalue her massive impact on. Remember earlier this year when she was shockingly left off the Olympic roster? That stunning snub left fans everywhere confused, especially when you think about her massive global fame and the huge TV ratings she brings every time she plays. This growing pattern of ignoring or quietly holding back her rise keeps fueling talk that something deeper is going on. Maybe the old guard inside the program just can't accept the game-changing force she clearly represents. Because when you look at the facts, none of this adds up unless Team USA feels threatened by how powerful Caitlyn has become. So what number did they want her to wear? The official word was that Caitlin Clark would take number 17 for the upcoming USA training camp. 17. On its own it means nothing, but the real issue is simple. It is not her number. Forcing that change, especially with the brand power she carries, raises serious questions. Was this a move to show control, to remind her who's in charge? Or was it a tone-deaf decision that failed to understand the cultural weight of her name? Either way, the message sent to Clark felt painfully clear. We run this, and your popularity won't earn special treatment. And according to reports, Caitlyn's answer was basically, then I don't need to be here. What makes this even more infuriating for her supporters is the shocking truth that no one, absolutely no one, at the USA training camp will be wearing number 2. It wasn't taken by a veteran or a respected star with a claim to it. The number is just sitting there, empty and unused. That single detail changes everything. This stops being a simple roster issue and starts to feel like a clear act of sidelining the most impactful player of her generation. If nobody else has the number, why force Caitlyn to switch? There is no logic. The excuse falls apart. And that's exactly why Caitlyn reportedly drew a hard line. Now Sue Bird is facing the fallout. As managing director of Team USA Basketball, she's in charge of shaping the program's future. She chose these players. She's meant to build the next era of dominance. Instead, she's stuck cleaning up a crisis of their own making. Because pushing your biggest star to compromise on something tied to her identity was always going to explode. Sue Bird's reaction is said to range from frustrated to outright panicked. Sources say she's been working non-stop behind the scenes, trying to keep Caitlyn involved without breaking whatever rule caused this mess. But here's the truth. Caitlyn Clark holds all the power. She doesn't need Team USA. Team USA desperately needs her. Think about it. Caitlyn is already a champion. She has already shattered countless records. She has already transformed the sport forever. She is already the most marketable star in women's basketball history. So what does she truly gain from playing for Team USA if they plan to disrespect her brand along the way? Olympic glory, she can live without it. International experience, She has already proven herself at every single level. The honor of representing her country. That honor loses its shine when the nation's basketball leaders treat you like just another replaceable piece. Meanwhile, what does Team USA lose if Caitlin refuses to play? They lose everything. They lose their biggest attraction. They lose the player who brings mainstream primetime attention to women's basketball. They lose the athlete who packs arenas to capacity and drives television ratings to historic highs. They lose the face of the next generation. Sue Bird knows that. That is why she is reportedly panicking behind the scenes, because this situation exposes how little leverage Team USA really has. This controversy also serves as a harsh reminder of the broader disrespect women in sports, especially in the WNBA, are forced to endure. It connects directly to the ongoing fights for fair pay, better working conditions, and real recognition for their incredible athletic achievements. Just think about it. When the most visible and popular star in the entire sport is treated this way, it sends a negative ripple through the whole league. It echoes long-standing frustrations and highlights the deep-rooted systemic problems that still haunt women's basketball, even with its recent and incredible surge in popularity. The tense talks around the WNBA's collective bargaining agreement and the real threat of a lockout only underline these deep-seated issues. Players are becoming more vocal about feeling deeply undervalued by team owners and governing bodies, pointing to a sharp contrast between their massive role in the sport's growth and the respect and pay they actually receive. So this number change is not just an isolated moment. It is another data point in a much bigger story of perceived disregard for the true value of these female athletes. The players are tired of the constant, exhausting battles for basic respect. And when Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in the sport, allegedly says enough is enough, it sends a powerful message to every other player watching. You do not have to accept disrespect just because it comes from a prestigious organization. Now, it is true that Caitlin is not the only player who wears number 22. Aya Wilson, a phenomenal talent and respected veteran, also wears it, along with other great players like Cameron Brink. That fact has long sparked conversations about how such high-profile stars might share the number, especially in all-star game situations. But here is the key difference. The discussion was always about who would graciously step aside when both players were present. It was never about stripping one of the game's biggest names of her signature number without any real conflict to begin with. Last year, this possible number clash between Clark and Wilson for an all-star spot was avoided when Clark did not play because of injury. That meant the hypothetical situation of sharing or deciding on the number never truly happened. Now it seems USA Basketball chose to fix a problem that did not actually exist, pushing Clark into a new number with no clear need for such a drastic and controversial move. And they are learning the hard way that Caitlin is not interested in accepting unnecessary compromises. Then the official roster for the USA Basketball training camp finally dropped, giving solid proof of the number switch. And there it was, clear as day for the world to see. Caitlin Clark listed with number 17. So there you have it. Team USA forced Caitlin Clark to change her number. She allegedly threatened to walk away, and now Sue Bird is scrambling to clean up this self-inflicted mess. What do you think Caitlin should do? Should she step away? Or should she compromise? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button so this story spreads, and subscribe for more basketball drama. Trust me, this story is not over yet.